Hi and welcome to Homeschool Famm. Today we'll be taking a look at antonym. I have a few examples for you. I think I have about 4. So the first example is, which word is an antonym of tiny? Now, before we answer, if you don't know, antonym means the opposite meaning of a word. So tiny, we would have to find the opposite word for tiny. Vast and large are both examples of an opposite word for tiny. Vast and large mean the same thing, and those two words are opposites of tiny. Tiny being small, minuscule, examples like those. Okay, antonym of cheerful. Would it be laughter, lively, or solemn? Well, it's not laughter or lively, because laughter and lively both mean cheerful. They both have the same meaning as cheerful. Solemn, on the other hand, means serious. So solemn is the answer. Okay? Third example, antonym of fresh. Clean, rotten, or pure. Well, pure and clean and fresh, pure, clean, have the same meaning. We're looking for the opposite. So the opposite of fresh would be rotten. Okay, rotten. And last but not least, antonym of chubby. Thick, slender, or stout. Well, chubby, stout, thick all mean the same. So the answer would have to be slender. Slender is the opposite of chubby. Let's take a look at analogy. Now, I like analogy. I find it interesting and fun. Now, analogy is a way of showing relationship between two pairs of words. And analogy has a pattern. Okay? So, for example, now there are about 9 different analogy patterns, and I will go over those 9 patterns with you after. But let's get through these 2 examples. Now, analogy, you have to find the relationship between 2 pairs of words. So, first let's find the first pair of words. The first pair of words would be sleepy and exhausted. Okay, sleepy and exhausted. That is the first pair of words. So let's find the pattern. So sleepy and exhausted is like the same thing. So that would mean the word old and one of these words here must also have the same pattern, the is-like pattern. Okay, so which one of these words has the same meaning as old? So the pattern is like, or you can say synonym if you like. So old is like ancient, old is like age, or old is like forever. If you guessed ancient, then you are correct. Sleepy is to exhausted, as old is to ancient. So the answer would be ancient. Okay? So remember, when you're doing analogy, the pattern that you find in the first pair of words will be the same pattern for the second pair of words. Example number 2, hot is to cold as run is to. Okay, let's find the pattern. So hot and cold is opposite. Okay? And opposite is antonym. So we have to also find the same antonym or opposite pattern in the second pair of words. So run, stand. No, that doesn't sound like opposite. Run, walk. Yes, that does sound like opposite. So the answer is run, walk. Hot is to cold as run is to walk. So that is how you find the answer when you're dealing with analogy. First, identify the pattern. Then you look for the same pattern in the second pair of words. Okay? I'm going to share with you the 9 patterns for analogy. Okay, so the first pattern is synonym, and we did a question for that. Antonym, degree meaning cool is like cold, or warm is like hot, but less extreme. Part and whole. For example, finger is part of your hand. Item and category. Okay, cat being the item, animal being the category. Item and purpose. So the item would be the pencil, and the purpose would be to write. We use pencils to write. Or you can say pen would be the item and the purpose would be to write. Worker and tool. So worker would be writers, and tool would be create books. Cause and effect. For example, a joke usually causes laughter. So these are the 9 patterns for analogy. I hope you found today's examples helpful. Thank you for tuning into Homeschool Fam, and join me again. Thank you. Bye-bye.